What's up, guys? It's your girl Lucky, and today I'm going to be talking about something that's kind of serious. So, you may all be wondering, what is this serious thing she's going to talk about? Well, hold your horses, because it's something I think we all experience at different times in our life, and I definitely want this to be a video that people can relate to, maybe go to, and talk to me about it, once they see it and stuff. So, I'm talking about depression. And people deal with depression in different ways. Some people who, say, just broke up with their boyfriend are in a different state of depression than someone who just is chemically imbalanced. I have the unfortunate circumstances of. What is that? I have the unfortunate circumstance of actually being chemically imbalanced in my head. So I can't control whenever I get sad or whenever. I mean, and depression isn't just feeling sad, it's really self-deprecating yourself and feeling like you're not worthy enough. And I feel like we all experience that, and no one wants to talk about it because it's supposed to be something that people do just for attention. But then there are those of us out there, aka me, but I mean, past that part, at least this part in time, I hope to say for the future things change, but yeah. I guess we could talk about the different types of depression. Well, first you have your chemically imbalanced one. And I am one of the chemically imbalanced ones. I just told you that. I'm messing up this video, aren't I? Here I am trying to help people and I can't even form a complete thought. Like, how am I supposed to help people when I can't even help myself? But I think sometimes the best thing is just being able to talk to people about it and knowing that they understand and don't believe that you're just trying to get attention, because I think that's the worst thing you can tell somebody who's experiencing depression. I mean, of course, you have those people who are like constantly depressed and kind of start to do it for attention. So even when they're not depressed, I mean, I'm not saying that they aren't. I'm just saying that they may have at some point been depressed, but then they realized how much attention they got for it, and then they started using that as an excuse to get attention and to get people to care about them. And that's really just abusing what it is, because the people who really do have depression, a lot of people think that they're just crying wolf because we want attention, and that's not the case. Sometimes you really need serious help with these things. I have a problem. When I get depressed, I try to alter my state of mind, and that can come in any form. I haven't done any hard drugs, so don't get me wrong, but I'll try to drink alcohol more often, and I started realizing that was unhealthy for me. I had actually started fighting a lot more with family members and kind of disassociating myself with them, like family and friends and everything, and I started to close myself off from the world. All because I wanted to not feel anything, actually. I'd rather feel nothing than feel whatever I was feeling at that moment. And so I turned to alcohol, but because of all the things that I noticed, people were starting to not want to be around me anymore, because when I would drink, I'd get emotional, and I don't know, I felt like it was all right because I was drunk, but now I know that's just an excuse, and I don't want to use that anymore. So I started to do something different. I don't want to say I got up at 6 in the morning and changed my whole lifestyle and ate fresh foods and went jogging every morning and it was really making a difference, but no, that's not what happens. Sometimes it's the smallest things that really just pull us out of depression. Like, I have heard of this thing, and I've started to recently try to do it, and it's called geocaching. And this is something you could do, family or friends, or maybe get into a group and do it. And you just go around and you find these little treasure chests, and they're like puzzles, and people hide them places, and it's kind of like hide and seek, but like a treasure chest, so you're like a pirate, and it's really fun. So I started doing that, and just getting outside and interacting with the world. I realized what I was feeling inside of me wasn't as bad as I had made it seem, because whenever I was depressed, I would stay at home, and staying at home, all I was left with was, my own mind. I was left with my own thoughts, and that's not something you really want to do when you're depressed, because then you start thinking all kinds of things, not trusting people, and just taking things way too far, and taking fights too seriously. And it really was destroying my life. So this thing, geocaching, it kind of saved my life, but I feel like it opened me up to a whole new world in my head, because I'd always thought it was me against the world. No one really cared, and if I told them what I was feeling, they wouldn't believe me. So doing this geocaching thing, it just made me realize that I can't be stuck in my own head. As a person with depression, you can't do that to yourself, because you're just torturing yourself. And at some point, when things start to go really bad, you need to realize that it's time to make a change. And if you don't make it now, you will spiral down, and you don't want that to happen. I suppose the other forms of depression, of course, are whenever you lose somebody, or after breakups, like I had mentioned earlier. And I feel like those depressions are the ones that you can actually cure with, just friends and family being there for you and supporting you. But for those of you who don't have that, there's always someone there to talk. You may find them in the strangest of places. I think one time I even put out an ad on Craigslist looking for friends, because I needed somebody, just to talk to. And I actually tried to call one of those helplines one time, where they said, if you're feeling depressed, call and talk to us. And I called one of those sites, or phone numbers, and I felt like I was talking to a robot. I know they were normal people, but I feel like they were going through the motions. Like, they've heard this story so many times before. Why would I be different? Why would I be special? And I don't think that's something that we should do to people. There are always going to be people who cry wolf. That's inevitable. Probably out of 100 people, I'm going to go ahead and assume that about at least 20 to 30% do it for attention. Or maybe it's just a cry for help, really, that they need people to pay attention to them. So they do this, and they say these crazy things, and they make up lies. Like, I had a guy I went to high school with, and he would always have something happening every single day. Something happening. Oh, my aunt broke her ankle and has cancer, or my mom has cancer, or my brother fell down a well and died. But I would have believed him, but it's just, he would say the same thing about the same people every time. So he'd say his brother fell down a well and died, and then he would go on to say he was hanging out with his brother yesterday. I'm sure he was doing that for attention, because he's probably not getting what he needs emotionally at home, but I feel like he went about it the wrong way, and I don't know why I just ventured off this whole thing. This is more kind of like a rant or something, so I'm sorry, but I definitely am going to do more research about depression and find other ways to share with you guys to help depression, just different things you can do. Everybody is different. For me, I just needed to go outside and see the world. And I'm not just saying go out and go clubbing or anything. I'm talking about step outside and look at how beautiful the trees are. Look at everybody just running around with their own lives and their own things to do, and look at the perfectly sunny sky, or maybe the warm, cozy, rainy day. It just depends on what you're having, but you gotta look at it and you gotta find the beauty in it. And I realize that now, after doing this geocaching thing, is that there is beauty in the world, and I need to stop being so self-involved. Because if I'm withholding inside myself, that's not good. You'll be stuck. It's like you'll be insane. I've driven myself insane on several occasions from this, and I don't want anybody else to go through it. So, of course, this is just the first video in the long line of series. I guess kind of just introducing what depression really is for me and how I got out of it. I'm going to be making probably one more video, maybe two, about different ways to help with depression. And I see a lot of videos about people reaching out to people with depression, but they always give a phone number or say, go to this site and there you go. Just good luck with them. And knowing from experience that those sites just give you a monotonous answer, you don't want to do that, because that's just going to make you feel even worse about yourself. I felt worse after I had called that place because they kept telling me the same thing. Oh, this has happened to plenty of people before. You just have to work through it. You're normal. Don't worry about it. You're just a teenager. No, I'm not, and I'm not a teenager. But I didn't get what I needed from there, and I wanted to post videos to help people get to where I am. And I'm not even fully, like, cured. I have my bad days where I don't even want to get out of bed. I went to bed at probably 10 or 11 last night, and I didn't get out of bed until 11. Usually, lately, I've been waking up at about 8. But today, I don't know. I just woke up late. I didn't want to get out of bed. And it wasn't that I was dreading what was waiting for me when I woke up. It's just I didn't feel like my contributions to the world were great enough in order for me to get out of bed. I definitely hope this video at least helps some people or open their eyes a little bit, and maybe you definitely can comment. My other videos, of course, have not gotten a lot of views, but I think that's because I was trying to be somebody I wasn't. I was trying to make YouTube videos to, get famous, popular? I don't know what I was expecting, but I made those videos for all the wrong reasons, and I'm making this one for the right reason, and I really believe strongly about this one, actually. And this is something I'm really passionate about, helping people. So I definitely hope more than just 2 people see this video and can relate to what I'm saying. For me, I somewhat helped my depression by being able to go outside and disassociate myself from just my own mind. For some people, it may be listening to soundtracks. I've Googled YouTube soundtracks of, like, soothing, upbeat, happy songs, and I can honestly say it really depends on the person. So I definitely will be making another video again. And thank you for even watching this one. And if you know anybody who says that they are depressed, please don't take it lightly, because you never know, one day that person just might not be there anymore, and you could have helped them, and you're going to regret it for the rest of your life. So it's never too late to make changes. Thank you, and it's Lucky signing off.